Fuck you!
Where are they? No,
They're all on the fucking point! Fucking hell.
This one. This one.
Kill the Morssy. Fuck me.
Mercy's behind.
Soldiers up top right.
Mercy behind.
One down.
Oh, dirty bastard.
Flank up top. Use the right power.
Good sand.
Oh my god, there's a gigantic spider on the outside of my window. That's fucking terrifying.
Each time you don't get a kill, it moves closer.
It's like wobbling around.
Oh, they have a fucking fire now. Good fucking job. Fucking.
Yeah, they'd obviously been queued for like 5 minutes or some shit. Feel about the spider.
I'm escorting the payload. Let's keep it moving.
No. Look at this.
One back to this. Too strong.
Oh, sorry boys, wasn't good enough.
It's alright, thanks for the game, Sprez.
1 to 3.
Am I getting worse at this game? Or
Yes,
is it just me?
I will openly say that you are. No, it's that you're not thinking. You're thinking close-minded now, rather than open.
That was the last one.
Cause like, right, you were like, we're not.
It's fine.
we're not doing enough DPS. So you went Roadhog. And I was like, okay,
Here we go.
you need to make
Lecture
sure that
time,
you
Morssy.
need to do
Can't put them on,
damage. But then you didn't do damage.
But I had gold for damage.
Yeah, but you're at like 3,000 damage or something, right?
No, I was beating you in damage and you were Diva.
It's because I was dying. Because I was getting frozen by the Mei. And I was like, okay, cool. That's fine. I'm doing shitty damage anyway. So I changed off for Diva. I went something else. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about that.
Damage, like, think about it like this. Damage is something that is opened up the possibility when you have the team comp and counter. It's
Yeah.
when you really start to do damage, when you can counter and have a team.
Yeah. So there's that, and you have to also think about it as well. If you've got gold damage but you've got 0 eliminations, like, we're literally just feeding ults at that point.
Yeah.
So that's not doing anything. So nobody was focusing on healers, which in that last game, what I decided to do was get out of my mech by dying, and then running after the Morssy with my pistol and killing her with my pistol. And then I found the Ana, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna kill the Ana. And I almost killed the Ana, but then the Soldier decided to come in, and Soldier does more DPS than I do as Diva out of mech, so I had to leave very quickly. But once the Morssy was down, like, we didn't have that much trouble passing it. But it was just...
They were a good team.
yeah, the Morssy was healing well, the Mei was doing a shit ton of crowd control. And that was the good thing about that Mei. The Mei crowd controlled the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
And I think that was actually a really good Mei. Like, that was a really solid Mei.
It's when you coordinate it, like, she's such a setup, like, she sets all the fucking kills up, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, what she was doing, right, she was freezing the big tanks, right? She was sort of just jumping in and freezing people. And then
Soldier
I think,
just jump
yeah,
down on you.
Soldier would jump down, the Diva that they had would start wrecking you down, and they would focus. I think that was the biggest thing. They focused our team heaps, because our
Yeah.
team wasn't, like, defending at all. We were trying to attack without any sort of defense. It was just very
More
straight.
and more I see the good teams, they pretty much play it like WoW Arena, where it's like you're calling a target or you have a priority list.
Well, I
which
mean,
is
that's what
basically
you should be
squishies.
doing, right? That's essentially how you should be playing this game, because it's a MOBA. It's not
Yeah.
it's not a first person. It's a MOBA in the form of a first person shooter, right? So if you consider it like that, then that's why the Koreans are so good at it, because they also
Yeah.
play it like a MOBA. They have Winston, who is Eska, who was it Eska, or I don't know, whoever the Korean guy is that plays the Winston. He literally is tanking damage all the time. He'll jump in, do a little bit of damage, or try and take out a squishy while he has a Harmony Orb on him. He'll then jump out and they get healed by the Morssy, so the Morssy can, or the Ana, I think they use. They use the Ana to then build ult for
That's how
Ana.
you, yeah, he's like a bruiser.
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah, and then
Opens up for
they usually have like a McCree or a Soldier to pick off like people that are out of formation or aren't behind a shield or whatever, and they just try to kill those people. And then they've got, like, they'll usually have like a Reinhardt to stop the healers from getting damaged, and they'll keep that comp. They'll just stay in that comp the entire time, and it
Yeah,
is able
it's
to
so
stop.
fleshed out.
Yeah, it's a smart comp. And then, I mean, it's not necessarily the be-all, end-all comp. You can always go against it with other comps, but the way that they play it is like a MOBA rather than a
Exactly.
rather
And
than a first-person
once you
shooter.
read the terrain, read what's going on in combat, you know exactly where you're supposed to position. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the biggest thing about it. And I think that's what I need to learn about the game, is that, like, although I'm doing damage and I'm killing things, I'm also not going for the right targets at the right times. So that's probably where I need to improve, rather than focusing on the big things, which, I mean, helps build ult for me. That's great. Once I have the ult, and I started trying to do it in that game, is once I had the ult, I was starting to go, like, I was trying to flank, go for the Morssy and the Lucio or the Ana.
If
Whoever.
there aren't, I think the top priority targets are basically Zenny, Widow, Sim, Sombra.
Yeah, Well, I mean, Sombra not so
Sure,
much. Like
agree.
you can sort of leave the
Yeah,
Sombra.
anyone with a survive or a movement.
Yeah,
That
definitely,
is
definitely. Well, I mean, I think the biggest ones are usually like the bigger healer, so AOE heals, if possible,
Yeah.
or the one that has the better ult. So, if you like, if it's an Ana versus a Lucio, I would definitely take out the Ana first because Ana's gonna have does more healing per second in comparison to Lucio, but Lucio is able to heal more
That's why I
people
say we should
at a time.
roll, or like maybe practice a little, or roll it a couple of times, just McCree and Soldier, and just like go on those first priority targets.
Yeah, definitely. Either McCree or Soldier, or like,
It
I
just
mean,
makes such a difference.
yeah, definitely. Any time that you focus a target, like if we call out targets, I think that's probably something that we need to
Yeah.
do more. Because I don't think any of us are calling out targets. We're sort of just we're tunnel visioning
Yeah.
our targets. We're like, oh, cool. So this is what's happening in front of us. And I think I was talking about it before, where
And they just get healed, and it's like
yeah,
okay.
where I was like,
That's-
oh, there's 4 people in front of me, but the Pharah's behind me, so I would focus on the 4 people in front of me instead of the Pharah behind me, type of thing. And I think, well, to be fair, I mean, usually we're not in a 6 stack where our team has practiced and gone, this person is behind, let's all focus that, or whatever.
true.
Where we're playing with like like us three, plus some randoms.
I think I should just go Zenyatta and
Yeah, because that's a great way to do it. It's the same as Mei, right? Because you know how Mei can block off sections so they can wall off opponents. So if their opponent gets out of formation, like you know in Hanamura, where you can block the choke
people
point.
just see the Zenyatta orb and like, oh, I need to kill.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and that's the point. Like if you're able to actually do that and
What's this, Ruben?
and call it,
Oh shit, that's a quick play. I thought I was solo queuing, but I'm just practicing my McCree.
that's fine.
It's good in a 3v3. Like, I mean, if we roll in a group of 3, like
How about we do it? We see if there's a 3v3. We go Soldier, McCree, Zen.
Yeah.
And see how we go. Because I mean, if we do that, then we
you
have
want to get it so it's instinctual to kill the first priority targets
yeah.
and that you know them. So yeah, Nano, Hanzo, Lucio, Morssy, the big targets, and McCree.
Well, I mean,
Zen.
essentially, you want to try and like it's dependent on what the other team comp is, right? If we
Yeah.
have a situation
I mean,
where they've got a healer that's healing their tank and the tank is just taking damage, go for the healer first, regardless of what the tank is doing.
Yeah, but when I solo queue, I go Tracer, and I just
Kill the healers?
focus the healers so bad.
Yeah, that's the
and-
point. You stop the healers, and then that means that either A, the team breaks formation, or B,
And
you
then,
stop the
then
healing.
usually like the tanks and the
completely.
DPS go back to try
Yeah.
to kill me, and I just
That's-
dance around.
That's the
If they're
point,
good,
right?
they they'll be-
exactly the point.
They'll be well positioned and they'll call it and just all switch to you, or like the DPS will switch to you.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
in
and
you know
then
I
when
can vault,
see,
right?
like 3 coming out, then I run away and hide.
Yeah.
And then I go back and use rinse repeat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I can vault, right? You have like most people will be like, oh, okay, let's set up around the choke, and then somebody will be like, oh, Diva or Farah is flanking, right? So you let one person go back, 1 or 2 people even go back to try and take out that character, depending on what it is. If it's a Diva, probably 2 is better. If it's a Farah, 1 is fine, or a Tracer, 1 is fine. Like you don't have to worry about it too much. And then once you've killed that one, everyone reforms, right, and tries to take down the choke again. But if essentially we don't do that, like if I think there was one game where I actually had everyone break formation because we were like, oh, Farah's on point, so all 6 members of the team broke from the choke and went back and tried to kill this one character, and then by the time we turned around, everyone was already on the point, so we had allowed them to go get past that choke, and that's not the point. You need to try and keep them at the choke as long as possible. But, I mean, that's just what I've seen from people playing, and also experience of when people break formation. So I don't think we're going to get a game either. It's getting pretty late, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
people
it's
will just be
probably
like,
too
we're
late.
done. Yeah. I remember when this first came out, like the first month it was out, I was up until 4 a.m. playing this game, man.
Why don't you just do a custom
What? Custom game?
Yeah,
with
we can do it
bots?
first bots.
Yeah, we can do that. We
It
can.
is
We
very
can.
easy.
How about we also practice aim and turn on headshots only?
It is one